I'm Andrea, and I'm totally biased, and this is everything you need to know about everything. Let's begin with the space program, NASA. In my opinion, NASA is a complete waste of time and money, especially money. I think it's completely pointless to go into outer space and to go on the moon and send up satellites and all this such just to see what's out there. To have the space station up there and everything else going on up there that, in my opinion, serves absolutely no purpose for us. TV satellites is about as good as it gets for me as far as putting anything into space. I don't see the point of going to the moon or anything like that because that's not going to change how I live, how my family lives, how anyone that I know lives. We're not going to live on the moon. Even if the option ever does become available, I still would think it's stupid and I would never want to do that. And I think just to have all that money, all those resources, all those jobs wasted on that, it's wonderful to have a job, and all those jobs could have been done to create something that might actually help people. Maybe a program to teach people extra schools, more schools. There's so many schools that are overcrowded. To feed people, to feed the homeless people, hungry people here in the United States and all across the world. I'm sure there's other things that have been done with those jobs and that money besides wasted on something that's never going to happen for us and that really honestly doesn't need to happen for us. If this world was to come to an end, that would be the plan from our Creator, and trying to cheat that plan by trying to live on a different planet is not going to happen, and it's honestly, in my opinion, stupid. The space program to me becomes even more stupid when you realize the fact that other countries had already began to go into space before the United States had started, and so there was really no need for us to go there, because if there was anything important to be discovered, somebody else would have discovered it. We don't have to be the ones to do everything. And in my opinion, that was the only thing that the United States really was concerned about when they decided to go to space, was finding out or accomplishing things just before any other country so that they could be the superpower and they could be the example and the leader, the dominant country. And to me, that makes it even more pointless when you think about how much has been wasted when you don't need 2 countries, 3 countries, 5 countries, all to find out the same information. It's not going to be different depending on who discovers it. The moon's only going to be whatever it's going to be. If the United States goes up there, it's going to be the same as if Russia goes up there, as if Germany goes up there, Japan, and whoever goes to the moon, it's going to be the same moon as whatever. You don't need, the United States does not need to do everything. We do not need to go to the moon just because other people are going to space. And so to me, the whole entire NASA program, in my opinion, has been just a big waste. I'm sure that'll spark a lot of controversy in anyone who hears me say that. And I'm obviously not an expert or anything, but I've always felt that way. I've always felt that it's just unnecessary. So, moving on. Let's see. Bacon. Bacon is the greatest food on the entire planet, and bacon makes everything better. Bacon pizza, bacon on a sandwich, bacon and eggs, even dip bacon in chocolate and make it into donuts. I mean, obviously, bacon is the best food ever. Who can argue with that? Okay, let's see. My children are the cutest children on the face of the planet. And when I say that, of course I'm not being biased. It's obviously the truth. How can anyone deny that? I'm sure everyone thinks their children are the cutest, but in my case it's actually true. And let's see what else I'm biased about. Football, the greatest sport ever. Pros, I think, is a little better than college, although I love college too, but football above all other sports. In my opinion, golf is not a sport. It's an activity, but it's not a sport, even though I can't play golf, so obviously I'm not that qualified on that topic. Let's see. This is the greatest video in the history of videos. That's all for today, I guess. Signing out, totally biased Andrea.